Hello, hello. We are talking about couple goals. How well do you know me on Tori Talk today?
Hold up. We doing dividends. Me getting it. Business, fun games. It was a spectacular interview. She really outdid herself, y'all. Really outdid herself. Make sure y'all tune in to Tori Talk. New interview coming soon with me.
We're talking about it all on Tori Talk.
Tori Talk. Who got the tea? Who got the tea? Yeah. Tori Talk. Who got the tea? She got the tea. Yeah. Anything you need to know. Tori Talk. Just tune into the show. Tori Talk. Tell me your life. Tori.
Hello, hello. You guys are in for a treat today. It is a special episode of Tori Talk that has honestly been, we say about 4 years in the making.
Most definitely.
I am sitting here with Jeffrey Perkins Jr., the
That's me.
CEO of jperkproductions. I've always wanted to interview Jeffrey, but I promised him that we would not do it until the set was ready to go, and the set is ready to go.
Let's go.
So, Jeffrey, thanks so much for sitting and talking to me. If you guys do not know, this is new. This happens to also be my boyfriend. So when you see a lot of the interviews that I do, he's behind the scenes, making sure everything's all clocked in and working well. He's doing that right now, and I wish you guys could see the setup. It's very intricate so that we can be here and you guys can still see us. So thank you. And again, as I always say, thank you for all that you do with the show, helping me, because I know this is your business. You have other things to do, but I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we're going to start with the toast. I know we normally do Black-owned brands today, but today we're just doing the vibe. So we're just toasting some wine. I think you got some bourbon or something I think I put in your drink. So you can tell me how that is.
Real flavor. I'm going to sip it.
You made a face. Is it a little...
I just had the cut water, and everybody know the cut water, that hits you right. Any cut water you drink one, you right. You drink two, you good for the whole night. So
we are not sponsored by Cutwater.
No, that's something else. Something else.
Though he is giving the free promo, but Cutwater is very good.
No, that's clutch. But yeah, all right, cool. That's
so what we did for you, I have a couple questions. I'm going to play a couple games with you, and we also got some people online who wanted to ask you a few questions, so they want to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
So we're going to do a couple questions, and I'll go first. Like, you'll be answering the question for me, and then we're going to flip it, and I'm going to answer them for you, okay?
Okay, sure.
So this is a how well do you know? So this is an important moment now. This is like a true testament to our relationship.
All right, I'm ready for it.
I want the pressure to be. Do you feel the pressure?
No, I know you.
Okay. You heard it first. You heard that? You heard that confidence?
Let's get it.
Okay, we're going to start with an easy softball question. What is my favorite color?
Oh, purple like the Ravens.
Yes. Why your eyes? You were already there. That was the easiest question.
I had to pull it out my brain. It was so deep. It's been many moments that I asked you, what's your favorite color? Like, I mean, I know you like it. All right, next question, please. Come on, let's get it.
Okay. When I was younger, what traumatic experience did I go through?
Oh yeah, you almost drowned and people had to save you, but you're here today.
I am here today. Let me see. What was the other question? What is my favorite thing to do, like in my pastime? What do I enjoy doing?
So at every opportunity, every chance, she likes to fine dine or just eat, really. But decent food, trendy food, not a TJI Fridays, but anything that's like a little bit different than that. Even if it's mom and pop, but it can't be a big chain. But she do like a couple of those big chains with DoorDash. But fine dining and eating, like she love to eat.
First of all, that is not the answer to the question.
What's the
After
answer?
you sit here making me sound like a fat ass, talking about she like to eat.
You like watching TV too. You could sit up there and watch a movie,
That
a TV
is
show.
the answer. Now, please, since you talk about how fat I am.
No, listen, movies, TV shows all day. Like, she knows every show. She got the Hulu, Max, Netflix. Damn, what's another one you got?
I got Prime. I got Paramount. I got Apple TV.
Apple TV, they got some hits on there.
I got Peacock.
And she watches them all. So I love that. So I knew that too. I knew
Nah,
that
you
too.
and she love to eat. Like, dang. Like, dang. It seems like I'm Rasputia.
Nah, never that.
Okay. Like, embarrassing. Okay, what was my dream career?
Oh, back in the day. I mean, you really in it now, but being a wedding planner.
That was my dream career. Yeah. And what about wedding planning do I do now?
You plan weddings and
decorate.
Like,
who I do it for? Like, come on, give the people some things.
I got you. Let me give it. So, Events by Carlette, family business. She does event planning, wedding planning, party planning. But for the weddings, they decorate. She does these great designs. So you say, oh, I want X, Y, and Z. She'll put that together for you. And you're like, okay, boom. And then from there, real life, boom. So if you want that whole experience, great family business. They done tons of weddings, tons of events. They done had me at a few, and I'm just like,
many of
Jeffrey,
them.
you free? And I'm like, yeah.
Hold on. Don't try to make it seem like you don't be happy. You don't want to come?
Man, it's work. But I'm just saying, they have a lot of great events. If you need a party, a wedding, anything where you need coordination, decor, planning, everything, get it together. Events by Carlette got you. Tori might answer the phone too. She'll create an amazing design for you. It'll be a spectacular event. So make sure you book them and tell them I sent you. You ain't gonna get no discount, but just like the word, just like, cause I'm trying, build myself up too one of these days. So, yeah.
Really? Okay. And this is just in your opinion. What is one thing about me that you think that people don't know? Like if they just happen like to just not know me, what's one thing that you think that is an interesting, not even interesting, but just something unique about me that you know?
I mean, you're a nice person, down to earth, funny, fun, great to be around, great energy. Something they don't know.
Yeah,
like,
something they don't know.
You real, well, they probably know, but you real animated. Like, you'll walk and do some moves like
what
this.
What was that?
That's what you be doing. I'll be like, come on, she gotta be more coordinated. But putting all that together, you're an amazing person.
I'm like, Jesus.
Like, yeah, you'll be walking and you'll do some of these moves. I'll be like, whoa. All over, I'm like, whoa. But that's one thing they might not know, just off top. Like,
okay, thank you, Jeffrey.
You're welcome.
Yay, you got majority of them right. Okay, now you can ask me.
just
Now,
any
any questions you want. I mean, I'm gonna get them right. So.
Okay, me asking you a question.
And it can even be some of the ones that I asked you if you have a hard time thinking of any.
All right, so what's something new that you recently learned or you building that skill up that you've been doing over the past month or so?
No, not about me, about you. Questions that I needed to ask about you.
Oh, to know me. Okay.
Where was he at when we just played this first round of this game?
All right, listen. So my question for you, what do I like to do for fun?
Jesus.
This took me off guard. All right, what do I like to do?
That is literally the point of the game.
What do I like to do for fun?
Okay, so this is like a very loaded one. We like to do a couple different things for fun.
All right.
So when you just want to do something like chill and stay in the house, you like to play video games. You like to listen to a lot, like literally all day long, he is attached to his phone, listening to YouTube videos and YouTube content and TikTok content. All day long. And what you also like to do for fun is he is an avid bicycle rider. So you do like to do that, and especially right now that it's summertime, you do for fun like to get out and like take very long rides. He don't invite me or the boy. You see Mink down there asleep. But he does take those, and those are what you like to do. Is that right?
Yeah, no, I definitely, that's some of the things I like to enjoy. You got that. So next question I have for you. All right, cool. How would you describe my fashion?
Terrible. None.
That's cold. That's cold. And I knew I had an interview today, so that was like, let me put on something that's going to really wow the crowd, wow the audience. And I was like, you caught me this, right? All right, cool. So you caught me this, and I was like, this is it. This is the fit from, you feel me, to you, like, come on.
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you guys, because I don't want to make it sound like, but What it is that when I met Jeffrey is very much into saying every time we have to put on clothes to go anywhere, his response is, I can't get in all this fashion stuff, yo. I don't like all this fashion stuff, yo. I hate trying to figure out clothes, yo. This is why I put all my clothes out the day before, yo. This too much. Literally. Those are direct quotes. Every single time. So, of course, when I say you don't like fashion, because you don't like it. But the only time that everybody nice and compliments him on all his fit is when your girl go ahead and cop it. But he'll never like to give me the credit when they all talk about how nice he looks. They be like, oh, thank you so much. And I be like,
it's clean. I appreciate that.
You welcome.
All right, and I need one more question about me.
Yeah, we want people to know. Did you think that I would know? I mean, I should know everything, so.
All right, what's my favorite meal that or what's the meal that you seen me make the most? Now, you should get this. What meal have I made the most recently in your memory? You don't
make meals. You make a medley of things. He's vegan, y'all. So he eats the same thing literally every day. So I don't know what you're talking about, a meal. It's not a meal. It's like random lettuce, random vegetables with chickpeas.
I love the chickpeas. And
with chickpeas and hummus. And I'm telling you, he is not eating for taste. This is strictly for sustenance, because that stuff do not be looking good.
No, listen, it tastes good, but the taste isn't overwhelming. It doesn't smack you in the face. The taste really just hugs you.
No.
And massages you. It don't smack you.
Can you stop smacking things?
I don't like, in my age right now, I don't like that flavor just too much. I want to just mute it, subtle, not like, and then I'm feeling, my little tummy hurt. Like, I don't like all that, but you got it right. Chickpeas, a medley of vegetables. I love it. And then my boy right here getting a little Z's and my doggy.
Oh, now you done woke him up. Now he all, I know, nigga. It's okay. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep, bud. So, okay, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Because we are a couple.
Yes.
Before I get into the questions that the people have online.
Okay.
I want to ask you, who do you think is couple goals or nah?
Okay. You're going to give me the people?
Oh, for sure. Because I know you don't know the people.
Thank you.
So, Will and Jada, couple goals?
Oh, let me let you finish. Continue. I'm sorry.
Couple goals or nah, and why?
Man, absolutely not. Jada be playing with Will. And Will, you the man. Like, you really the man. You really out here been doing it for, what, 30, probably 40 years getting it. And you let her play with you. You better than that. You worth more than that. She need to really understand who she got. You Will Smith, man, and stand up. But you need to tell her to treat you better, or she gonna be out doing
tell her to treat you
whatever
better.
Movie roles she can get.
Oh, now she can get. Are you saying that her acting's not up to par to Will?
Nah, she acting not up to par to Will, and of course not the biggest star. But you can't have nobody treat you crazy. You feel what I'm saying? And we've seen time and time she treat my man crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you got to understand, you deserve better.
You think Will gonna see you talking to Will? You gonna make him PSA?
Listen.
In case?
Listen.
Okay, fine. Next couple. Ari and Moneybagg Yo. Couple goals or nah?
I love a good Moneybagg Yo song. I'm not familiar with their relationship intimately. I'm not in that demographic. But shout out to young Moneybagg Yo and this girl. Hopefully they have a good, long relationship and they happy and they fulfilled. But Moneybagg Yo got the crazy songs. I like his flow, impeccable in the music. Like, I bump some Moneybagg regularly. Like, that's my dude.
I love that you went through all of that when that wasn't a question, but Moneybagg.
I don't know their relationship like that. I don't keep up with that.
They break up almost every day, so. Or a fake breakup. I don't know. It's very Twitter based. Okay, next couple. Cardi B and Offset. Couple goals or nah?
Nah, but I did see a post. They were at some place together with their kids. I don't believe they're together, right?
They were there together. They were holding hands together. They were at like.
Oh,
Disney,
they together romantically though, or physically? Like,
what's that? Disneyland.
Yeah,
that's one in California.
Yeah, they were somewhere together, but are they not romantically?
No, I think they romantically was together.
Hey,
they never really got divorced or nothing. So.
All right, true. So I mean, if it worked for them, it worked for them. You know, Cardi B. You know, back in the day, Offset, a rapper. So it might be a little volatile, but as long as nobody getting hurt and they love each other, they stacking that money up and raising them kids together. Then also they got them other kids. So shout out to them. I wish them the best too, but not a couple goals for me.
Okay, Sierra and Russell Wilson.
Russell, you saved Sierra. You did the Lord's work. Shout out to you. It couldn't have been me, but you seem like a great individual. Shout out to you.
Why you say it couldn't have been you? Why you think he saved her? You don't think they in love?
No, he loved her most definitely. She loved him too, but
why?
He had that kid, man.
Oh, because she already had kids?
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, it's kind of different when you're rich, but if you're rich, that's even more like, I'm not doing that. But shout out to Russell, great football player, seemed like a great person. Sierra's a great artist. Shout out to them.
Oh, my. Okay, and the last couple that we are going to ask, couple goals and all, is everyone's favorite. That is Martin Luther King and Coretta, i.e., Jonathan Majors and Megan Good.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the real one, but okay, now, that shout out to Jonathan Majors, though, but that lady got you in some big trouble, my guy, like, you know what I mean?
I just love that you think you're talking to them, like, you're talking to him directly, like, Jonathan.
Listen, that lady got you in trouble, my guy. I want you back on Marvel. I'm not going to really get deep into Marvel. I'm watch the Wolverine joint, but I'm not going to get deep in Marvel until they give you your job back. Couple goals, I think they just lollygagging, having fun. Megan Good had that other pass to do for many moons, and that didn't work out. I don't know what that's about. I wish them the best, but that couldn't be couple goals for me because he going through a traumatic situation. She went through a traumatic, like a whole divorce in 9 years. Nah, that ain't couple goals. They going through it, but Jonathan, I need you back in the Marvel movies. Like, I want to see you as Kang. I really do.
Okay, actually, I'm going to throw one more couple in there just for a little razzle-dazzle, okay?
Right.
Jeffrey Perkins and Tori Langley.
Oh, yeah, most definitely couple goals. You feel me? We cool. Now, sometimes, I'm going to be real with y'all. Listen, sometimes she be like, oh, help me with this, help me with that. Like, with the video production, I'd be like, listen, I want you to learn this. I want you to put an effort to it. And it's been many moons, and we kind of there, but we not there. But
what you mean we not there?
All right, so next.
But what I don't know how to do.
Go ahead and lie. It's not even about what you don't know how to do. It's like set it up, boom. You can do all these things that are set up here from all the years of showing you hands-on. You got me right here as a resource, but you pretend not to. So I noticed that.
I don't pretend not to.
I noticed that, and I want you to do better on that. But beyond that, I enjoy you. I love you. I embrace you.
Nice. Try to put this back in a bow after you talk shit.
I'm just telling you the truth, man. I'm just telling you the truth. But altogether, a couple goals, good times with you.
Fine. Thank you. So thank you for playing that. So because for guys at home, though he seems to be so talkative right now, he's not the most talkative person usually. So people at home do have some questions for you.
Okay.
And the first question is, what's Jeffrey's favorite album of all time? And then they put, I know it's, and they got a little British flag. Well, they know you like the British rap. But what is your favorite of all time?
Album of all time.
All time. And why?
Sheesh, that's a hard one. Now, of course, I always bump the Carter 2, 05, back when I was a youth. I still bump it now. The Carter, Fly In, the Carter 2, Fly Out, those three songs, it's like a hit. The Carter 2 is a good spread from front to back. Oh, another album. Oh, man, it's Stormzy joint. It came out December 2022. I was in Curacao when that joint dropped. I forget the name of it, but Stormzy album that dropped December 2022. It was like straight singing through. It was the melodies was good, the vibes, the lyrics. That's one of my favorites too. So I'm gonna go Stormzy #1. I forget the name of that joint, but Stormzy #1. I just like the sound, the music.
Oh, he means
the
it. He listens to it every time he's in a car.
It's
literally
a vibe. Like,
every time he's in a car.
From front to back, that album is unstoppable. So that's my favorite.
And of course, he was right. It was British. If they don't know who Stormzy.
Oh yeah, UK, yeah.
UK
right,
rap.
Listen, it's a whole world out here.
I mean, they know now probably, but all this British rap that's been taken over.
Listen, it's a whole world out here. Go outside, man. Go somewhere you always want to go. Point on the map, go there. Come on, you only live once.
Well, that actually takes us a perfect segue for the next question, because the next question for you is, what is your favorite vacation destination you have visited with Tori and why?
My favorite, where have we gone? Italy was cool. Where else we going?
Went to Italy,
Curacao.
we went to Curacao, we went to Hawaii, we went to Cabo,
Oh yeah, Hawaii was cool.
and then we just went to
Mexico.
well, yeah, but Cabo is Mexico.
Dewey Beach.
We did just go to Dewey Beach randomly. We've been to New Orleans. Like, I mean, I guess it's out of the country though, so those are the places we've been out of the country.
I like Hawaii. I'm gonna go. We went to Lake Como.
Well, that is in the country, but yeah. But I guess it's your
so
favorite
far.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go favorite. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Lake Como. This was, when did we go there? Late September 2023. Great spot. Northern Italy. It's a whole vibe up there. Food is decent.
We ate better in Milan though.
Food is decent, but you get the vibe. If you like boats, if you like mountains, hills, the nature, getting on a train, going somewhere new, like it was a whole experience. And when I travel places, I like to just really go to a city. I like an hour commute at the most. One train, one bus. I'm not trying to really transfer too much in a foreign place, but one train, one bus out there somewhere new. Spectacular. We had a good time walking around. We went to a festival. We had different wines. We met these people from all over. But really, yeah, they was all over,
Yeah,
really.
they were.
And, you know, thankfully they spoke English and a little bit of Spanish.
But you ain't got to tell the people about how my little Italian I be popping in there that Jeffrey tried to hate on.
Yeah, so she had a few great words, and they were just ecstatic, and they were, you know, having some conversation. It was a vibe, like,
words.
and she's more talkative than me, like, she was whoop, whoop, whoop. So that's really great for just mingling with people, because I be posted, like, I ain't trying, you feel me? But it was a great experience. I would say that is our favorite trip thus far. More to come.
Okay, yeah, so I would have thought that you would have probably picked Jackson. I forgot about that one too.
Nah, Jackson was
Jackson
cool.
Hole.
But like I always tell you, Jackson is in Wyoming. It's in the United States of America. It's for rich people. It's crazy expensive, but it was so beautiful. You are at Grand Teton National Park. South of Yellowstone is terrible. Don't go there. But if you go to Grand Teton during the summer, spectacular.
Yeah, funny story about going to Teton, because we went and everyone telling us to go, and what is it, the Old Faithful?
Yeah.
We were so excited to see Old Faithful, and y'all, I wish y'all could have seen Jeffrey's face after it actually finally like went up. And he looked just like that. Like
was
we
so
was
weak.
all of this for this. He hated it, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
All right, real quick before we go to the next topic. Grand Teton is right here. Jackson a little bit south, but Grand Teton is right here. Yellowstone is way up here, right? So we were driving about 2 hours, right? So we get into Yellowstone.
Slowly, because it's only like, what, 15 miles per hour?
Yeah,
like that?
on those streets, exactly. So we driving up to Yellowstone, and then once you get into Yellowstone, you pay your money. Like at least for an hour. Like it's a drive, and it's really nothing there but these windy roads. And then we get to Old Faithful, and it was.
And
I could have stayed. Yeah, I could have stayed in Grand Teton because Grand Teton was spectacular. We did the craziest hike of our life. The views were beautiful.
Tell him about that hike, though.
All right, so we did this hike.
This how I knew he was the ops right here.
So we did this hike, and it was this mountain. I don't know if it was like the Grand Teton Mountain or one of his friends, but nonetheless, it was 6 hours total. But we went up, walking. It was this point where it was like
It was 10 hours. It was 6 hours up and 4 hours down. So
maybe.
Yes.
We'll have to look at the data, but we were walking up, and there was a spot where it was like a little animal, 2 people eating some type of
they had like sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah.
Smart people bought food.
And if we were smart, we would have turned around right there and went back home. But what was really cool about this, we kept climbing. We had cell phone reception. I don't know if we put a tower on a daggone mountain, but it was amazing. Like, we had cell phones, so we listened to music and all that. The last little tiny bit, they said, yo, this is crazy how to get up there. Like, we climbed on rocks with scaling. If we really tripped and
we
fell.
really could have hurt ourselves. It was very dangerous.
Yeah, if we tripped and fell and rolled about 40 feet, we could have rolled thousands of feet down the thing. But it was a great view. I was crazy because I carried my backpack because I'm like, I'm going to do some time lapse, all types of cool stuff. I did it, but it wasn't really worth me carrying that backpack. I could have carried like a couple waters and been much more comfortable, but I had the backpack full of cameras. It was...
And a tripod.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it, honestly, because once we got up a few hours, we were good. We had the same beautiful view. We didn't need to see the Delta Lake. and all that. That was cool, but it wasn't necessary. But like she said, it took very long from the morning to the evening. She was quite upset. Oh, and then my feet hurt as I'm walking out. I was like, come
okay,
on,
pause, stop. See, you about to try to get the people the wrong information. See why you doing that?
And it
why
was
you
hurting.
doing that?
And they was hurting. I was like,
no, because you didn't tell them why. Don't do that.
We walked a long time.
No, that is not why.
All right, go.
So, yes, most of that story is true. Missed some of the key details. But what happened is that when we were going up there, I was actually in a very good mood. I actually went through every emotion. What is it? What's the new movie out with the kids and the emotions right now? Inside. That was me. So I was happy. I was like jovial. I was singing. I was dancing. I was bopping around. Then it's like, okay, how high we going? And he like, we not there. Don't forget to tell the people that this crazy person was hell-bent on seeing snow because we went in June.
Yes.
And in order for you to see snow at the top of a mountain, you have to go to the top. The altitude, okay? You have to go very high up. It means you'll be hiking for a long time. And I kept saying, the more high we went, the view is exactly the same. The only difference is that the cars are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, but the view is exactly the same. Okay, I'm trying to be cool because we did a hike the other day. I'm not trying to blow the mood. He want to go on a hike, we going to hike. It's hot as I don't know what. We went in June. It was so hot. Then I start getting a little annoyed. And then we get to maybe like 4 hours, three hours up. This trail turned from a real paved trail to a nature trail. Which means, see how you didn't say none of the stories you talk about me. Look, you don't have to give the details. That's why you laughing.
It was rough.
Then it turned into crazy rocky paths, and as you're walking, it's like it's winding. You went from here to like this big, and this is not an exaggeration. And you're walking, and it's rocks protruding through and other things. And as I was going up, I was hitting my foot on those rocks that were exposed, and then you're sliding sometimes because it's not a man-made path. It was a path that, because you trekked it, is now why it's like that. That was why my feet were hurting. So then after I keep stubbing my toes, and now I'm annoyed. Now I'm getting mad. Now the further we going, he keeps saying, I think we got it, yo. Come on, yo. I believe in you, yo. And we hiking up the mountain, and now I'm getting mad. So now I'm angry. And then at one point, I was like, I don't want to go no further if you still going. Then I got sad. I wanted to fucking cry. I wanted tears started to come because I was going through everything like, why won't you listen to me? Because I kept saying, the more we hike up, we still have to hike back down. And then we get to finally almost getting to the end of this when we see snow. And some ladies walk by and were like, you guys gotta go to the other place. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So now I'm like, I can't be the person to not make him see the most beautiful thing he's ever going to see in life, even though I was already done with it. And then as you say, we get there, and then he said it was nice, but it wasn't worth all that we did to get there, and then we still had to go back down. Mind you, on the way down the mountain, people running into us talking about something. Do you see the baby bear? Did you see the baby bear? And I'm like, no, I didn't see the baby bear. I don't want to see the baby bear because then I'm going to see the mama bear. And now the sun is going down, and now I'm stressed because I'm like, we need to get down after going 6 hours up. We need to get down this same rocky, slippery, dangerous path in order to get back before the sun goes down. Because when the sun goes down, we're bear food.
Most definitely. Facts, though. And that was 2021.
Yeah, this is different from the story he told, but...
And since then, we ain't do no crazy trails like that, so lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Well, thank you so much for doing the couple thing and talking to me and being open and letting the people know who you are in a personal capacity.
Absolutely.
But now we're going to hop into you in a professional capacity. So first, jperkproductions is you. This is what you do. You are a professional photographer and videographer of how many years now?
So I started in 2010, picking up the camera, learning the game. First client about 2011, and just been running it ever since. So I know this, but because you guys don't know, so you are in 2010, where you're in college, you're a college student at the time. Like, when did you get your first camera? How was that whole experience for you? All right, and why did you decide to do photography instead of what you
wanted to do? I could have asked that question earlier, though.
No, most definitely. So back in the day, 2010, I just went to Morgan State. So I graduated in 2009. I went to CCBC, did that. That's a college up in outside of Baltimore. Did that for a year, community college, 13th grade. You ever heard of that before? But I did that. I went to Morgan. I was a track star in high school. So I was like, let me try to run track. But a lot of politics, like you got to have the NCAA. This before NIL. Like, I'm old school. This for NIL. So, like, they really was on your back. Then you had to have a certain SAT score, the GPA. I really forget what mine was, but it wasn't stellar, right? So putting all that together, it was like a recipe for disaster. And then foreshadowing, I wouldn't have been running track anyway because, man, it took me so long to graduate college. You know, I tried. But point being, from that, I was like, never again will I allow somebody to control what I do,
right.
Another entity, another person. So I was like, I picked up the iPhone 4, started editing my first video. From there, in November of 2010, really September, I got my first Mac. November, I got my first camera, the Canon T2i. Picked that up, played with it, learned it, and was like, this is something that I could do, right? You feel me? So I learned it, played with it, got into it, and just was deep in the craft, like, you know, doing selfies, photos of the yard, photos of the neighborhood, and just went from there.
Now, we're going to jump back into the whole origin story of how you got, well, actually, no, we'll finish it. So now you got that, you got your camera, you're starting to play with it now. This is early. When did you really launch your business? When did you now become officially jperkproductions LLC?
So on October 24th, 2010, I posted a YouTube video of the logo. It was right in the inner harbor of Baltimore. It was an intro video that I used from the early videos, if you see on my page and all that on YouTube. And it was just me in Baltimore, I think with the iPhone 4, just vibing. And I made a funny voice, and then I put it all together. And I was like, yo, this I'm going to try out. You know? I'm a youngster. I got this opportunity. And I seen a window. It was crazy. Like, I seen a window between a child and a true adulthood. That small window when you're in college or right after high school where you can just try stuff. So if you got that opportunity, or even right now if you're a little bit older, you got to work harder. But try something new.
So this happened, and then now fast forward to, I guess even like before I met you, like when did you get your first wedding? Like when did you really feel like jperkproductions really started making money, became a lucrative business for you?
Definitely. So I've been shooting here and there, and it's been sporadic. My last couple jobs was Burger King from 2008 to 2010, and then Sears Portrait Studio.
And boy, does he talk about these jobs. 2 jobs he had his whole life, and you, Lord.
At Sears Portrait Studio, you know, that manager I had, she played with me, but it worked out, you feel me? But really where it became viable was in 2016. Like, this was a time like, 2011, 12, 13, 14. We had the cameras, we had internet. IG was a different space. Facebook was cool, but it was like a whole different space. So me just learning the game, getting out there, really interacting with different people, cruising through my city of Baltimore, just all different neighborhoods, all different demographics of people, just learning how to interact with people on that level. You know, it was cool. And it took me a while to build from stepping stone to stepping stone, from stepping stone. And I remember in 2016, this was crazy. Like, I was like, in like 2015, 2014, I was making like $2,000 a month, and I was stuck there like 2,000. And then I forget the month, but it was probably like September something of 2016, maybe a little bit earlier. And I had like 2,000, but it was like the first week or two. And I was like, I could really make some sales. Like, and so happened I got around $4,000 that month. And I was like, I'm really getting it. Like, I'm really doing it. So that was one stepping stone where it's like, this could really be viable to be an adult, have your own place, pay your own bills, taxes. I mean, I was still paying taxes then, but it was so marginal that it really didn't affect me at that point.
So now fast forward to 2024. I mean, to start a business in 2010, really. I mean, if you want to say 2016, whatever you want to count that date, but I mean, you just celebrated which anniversary was it for you?
I don't even know. So 2010 to 2014, was that 14 years? Just really doing it?
Yeah, I'm going to say, you could say that. So this is your 14th year in the business. And in your professional opinion now that it's 2024, what do you say your business, how has it grown? Like, what have you done? How do you have a team now? Like, what all has transpired since 2016?
Yeah, so since 2016, it's definitely grown. I've, increased revenues. I've been doing a lot of cool shoots and different things like that. I expanded to weddings, so I do tons of weddings from 2017 onward. Heavy, especially in the summertime for weddings. Right now is a crazy time. The economy a little funny. It's a super lot funny. So it's really, of course, making the revenues, but what's really more important than that is what you do with the money you make. Like, you can make $1 million and be broke, right? So I ain't making $1 million yet, but I'm just saying, really get out there and control the money that you make it work for you. So I've been getting heavy into the stocks. Like, since 2020, I've been getting in the game in stocks and dividends and really diversifying my income, really giving it away so that I have limited bills and being smart about the things that I do. Like, it's really about being smart. You can really have fun out here, especially with the business and do cool things with write-offs. But it's all about diversifying your income, because right now the economy is much different. It's a little bit harder, and like, it's hard for people. Like, it's hard to pay bills. Like, they got inflation so high, they got rents and mortgages so high. So you really got to be smart and strategic. So with the longevity, you move with the ebbs and flows. Like, you just staying afloat and you doing those great financial things that you can do to make your life better and less stress.
Yeah. And see, this week, if you guys saw, I went to Adobe Creative Pro Week training. And what's so crazy is, like, I mean, these are people who are in the same field as you, doing the same thing you do, even if they're not in the photographer piece or the video piece, they're in the editing side, which is the other part of this that you do. So not only does he shoot the content, he's also editing the content, right? And I think that's important to make that distinction, because there's a lot of people who can do one part of this field that we're in, but they may not be able to do all parts. So being able to say, okay, yeah, I can go and take these pictures for you, but not only can I do that, I can then edit them as well. While I was at this training, the topic that seemed to come up so much has been the topic of artificial intelligence. And I want to know, in your opinion, as a professional who's been doing this so long and, just following the trends, how do you feel AI is, like, assisting your business, but also could possibly be a detriment?
Yeah, so photography, let's mark this now. 10 years, photography as we know it is going to be gone. And I'm telling you that diversification of income will be crucial. Like I said, I'm heavy into the stocks and playing that game and working that, and God knows what I'm going to do in the future. But right now, AI has been a heaven sent. It can do so many great things. It speeds up a lot of good things. It allows you to do work of other people. I've never been a full retoucher, but I can really skin smooth and do that with a couple clicks via AI. Organization, ChatGPT, other amazing apps. Oh, CapCut is an amazing app. Like, people sleep on CapCut, but CapCut for the Mac is amazing. Like, they put so many great AI features in it. I love AI. I love my AI stocks. Long-term photography, as you know, is going to be severely transformed. The phones are getting more powerful. So it's really playing the game of content creator, playing the game of being in the space, knowing that time may be limited, milking everything you can as far as revenue generating as you find something new. Similar to like some of those Middle Eastern countries where, they oil money crazy, but they build so many great things for tourism for the future, because they don't want to be left behind, because they see the writing on the wall. They might have another 20, 30 years, but they don't want to sit down and say, and in 20, 30 years, they are a country of poverty. So they build these elaborate places, elaborate things for people to come visit and build up their tourism industry. Same thing with photography, like, diversify. The game is going to change. It's going to get harder. Work at it, grind at it, but that AI is going, and then when the robots come, she don't like the robots, but when the robots
not coming in this house. I don't know why you are so obsessed with it.
The robots is going to change.
You talk about the movies that I watched at the beginning of this, and all the movies end with the robots kill us. No, I do not want the robots. They're not going to come in here.
They are in the forefront, and that's going to be a game changer. So.
No. You talking about Will Smith? All you got to do is watch iRobot to know ain't no robots coming up in here.
I understand that. Them robots, I like them, but it's going to change the world.
Now, I love what you said there, and I think you dropped a lot of, like, important things for people to know. I also want to know, for right now where we are, even in the past, right? You've come with me to quite a few red carpets, quite a few events, despite whether you want to be there or not. But you tend to see a significant amount of photographers. And I say photographers because I feel like now anyone with the camera is a photographer, or anyone who manages to use, you know, the video feature on their cameras is a videographer. Mm-hmm. How do you feel what do you feel like that whole thing has done for your industry? Because you see a lot of people who are saying that they can do a lot of stuff. I mean, even you didn't speak about it, but you have a team of people who you shoot with and people that you know, will contract out. Mm-hmm. And everyone is a videographer and everyone is a photographer until you get the footage back. Like, how has that experience been for you?
All right, so we'll start with the wedding. So I have a few people, of course I'm not going to name, but you feel me? I have a few people that are tried and true, been shoot with them for years. Great. They my dogs, right? But it's been a few people I've brought on throughout the times, and I've seen their work online, and they go through, and I'll say, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. And the footage is often lackluster. That comes with the territory, but at the same time, it's heartbreaking because you pay the people and then you go through the whole paperwork situation just to get them as an independent contractor. So that's kind of gut-wrenching. Ugh. But as far as everybody being a photographer, the world has really moved to this industry. Like, back in the day, you wouldn't necessarily see too many photographers. It was a niche thing, but now it's more in the populace with Instagram, social media, content creation. So I like people out there trying new things, getting out there, especially if they love the craft. I like when people get out there and do fun stuff. Like, I have no worries about that. It just makes me, as a business owner and somebody does it professionally, I need to really get out there and hustle and get the clients, get the contracts, make the best work that I can, and really market my business. As the world moves towards this photo video realm, it might slowly move away with that AI. So, you know.
So in your opinion, have you just experienced a time when you have had someone who I guess is supposed to be a professional, or someone that you had come on the team or do something and it just gives you something that was just completely unusable? Has that ever happened to you?
Completely unusable?
Or okay, but just not up to your standard?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I have a lot of times, like, especially if I had them on for like 1 or 2 times and it's like, I'm really have my fingers crossed. Like, yeah, it's been weak, and it's not weak in a sense like it's completely unusable, but it don't look too good.
Right.
And when I compare it to the footage that I'm putting out, and I tell them if they have this X, Y, and Z gear, simple stuff, 85 millimeter full frame lens and a tripod, right? Don't shoot underexposed. And it's underexposed. Like, stuff like that. So we're not even going crazy. I'm not even asking for nothing crazy. All I really ask for here for like wedding videography is the groom, getting the guys and them getting ready, some cool video clips. You can shoot 4K 60, 1080p 60, depending on what your camera does. Ceremony 30, 4K 30, 1080p 30, depending on what your camera does. Over the shoulder of the groom, 85 millimeter on a tripod. Real simple. I take care of audio. I got the
that
other
sounds
angle.
Real simple. Everybody like, what are you talking about?
Listen,
He's like, real simple. Everybody like, huh?
I got the other angle. I got the audio. I really got all the intricate pieces. I just need to get that static shot, roll it through. If your camera has autofocus, tap the autofocus. If it goes out of focus, tap it again, get it right on that groom's face. Real simple. 4 hours of coverage, light work.
Now, I have a question for you, because most people who I bring on are pretty much at the top of their field, or people who are like doing some stellar, you know, business and amazing business owners, right? I see you as one, which is why you're here.
Thank
which
you.
is why you with me, because I don't deal with no bums. But anyway, we talk a lot about like that celebrity aspect of like that feeling like it puts a little bit of legitimacy like, you know, before the things that you do. And I know, and maybe we want to let the people know, like, your experience when it comes to, one, working with celebrity clients or someone trying to like use the proximity to a celebrity to like maybe get you to barter. Has that happened? And if so, like, how has that experience been? If it's seeming like for people who want to get into this field, they feel like, oh, well, if I can get a celebrity person, then it's going to be amazing for me. But then 9 times out of 10, are you getting paid, or like what is that had that happen in your experience?
Yeah, so I haven't done too much celebrity stuff, but people with a lot of clout and notoriety, it's always hard for me specifically because they always try to play with you. Like, it could be a situation where exposure or this or that, or they hit you up real last minute on some crazy logistics, and when you give them a realistic price, it's like, it just doesn't work out for me too often. So I like my tried and true clients that have businesses, clients that are up and coming, clients that want some great quality, and give me enough time in my schedule to say, hey, I would like to do X, Y, and Z. It could be a great opportunity, especially if you're into that. I'm not really a crazy outgoing person and really hype and all that other stuff. So I don't really like to be in the limelight. You've done tons of celebrity interviews and stuff like that. But, like, I'm so reserved. I don't even go up to them and like, yo, I seen you on a show. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't do none of that. So that ain't really my lane. I ain't really trying to, like, milk out to no celebrities. But if it's a situation where it works out, or if they're a client and it works out, and of course you get paid and paid your rate, then I'm with it. But I'm really trying to make a business. I'm not really trying to be famous, really. Like, once I really get it and it's time for retirement, I'm out of here. I'm not on social media no more. I might post on my travel page, but that's it.
I mean, I think that poses a good question too, though, because I feel like in the experience and in a lot of these fields and a lot of people that I've had on, I think they kind of have a very similar experience when it comes to the celebrity thing. But even when it comes to people who aren't celebrities and they're just trying to, like, barter for services, like, what advice would you give to someone who is, like, you know, starting out, who's looking at you? Or even, because oddly enough, y'all, everywhere we go, when there's photographers, which is most events, someone is like, oh, yo, you J Perkins. I would be like, why y'all getting all hype over this dude? But I remember that at least especially in our area, you've been doing it for a very long time. And then because you have, like, posts like 15,000 times a day. So there's a lot of content, a lot of hashtags, a lot of things that you, like, you know, have done to get that notoriety out of yourself. And they might look to you as a person, well, definitely you are an expert in the field, especially locally. What advice would you give them about that bartering thing? Because I feel like I see that in all fields. Nobody wants to pay your rate, but everybody wants to work with you because they think that you're great.
Definitely. So starting with the photographers, like, I've been shooting with a lot of cool people. I've met a lot of amazing photographers doing weddings, Twitter, Facebook, IG, especially all over the DMV in Baltimore throughout the many years. Some have shown me things. I have shown them things. It's been a great, you feel me, perspective, just learning and being in that creative space. Like, I ain't never really been an artist until 2010 and later. Went to Graffiti Alley in 2010. You meet all types of people, like, just artsy, like, all types of people. And you just vibing with them and seeing a whole different world. Like, I'm from Baltimore, and all I did was chilling, flipping, running track, and stuff like that. So it's been cool to get to that point and just meet all these crazy people. What's the other question?
The people who are coming and looking for the expert about that bartering, like, do you recommend it, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, bartering could be cool. And like Issa Rae, she was like, just look at the people right next to you, like your peers, you feel me? So it could be a photographer really similar in demographic to you, shoot similar things to you that are in the same place. They might be just started, they might be in the middle, they might be the top of their class, but look to the left and right and find people that you can work with that could be mutually beneficial. It's all about being mutually beneficial, whether it's practice, whether it's great content, whether it's finding some buddies just to go out on a trip just to vibe with and create some cool content. So,
and what do you feel about the clients, though, that were trying to barter? Like, not necessarily the shooters.
All right, so clients, it depends on what they have to offer. Like, yeah, it just depends on what they have to offer. If it's really beneficial for you to do it, but I would say definitely get your revenue, get your sales, earn some money so you can take care of yourself. And from there, if you want to do passion projects or things where it's like, this extra thing could be really good for me, then go that route. But my personal opinion, stack your money, collect the revenues, bring value to your customers, and deliver them some great photos and or video.
Now, for you, I mean, you've been doing this for a very long time, and we all know that there are some good things about photography, or, like, you know, in everyone's field, or there's some bad things. Like, in your experience, what would you say was probably, like, your worst experience that you've experienced over this time of being a shooter? And not a pow shooter, y'all.
No, I get what you're saying.
A shooter with a camera.
I mean, just worst experience just being that, you know, when a client is really unhappy and you trying your best, or if it's something, it's really the client being unhappy, and then that turns into being a client from hell, essentially. Mm-hmm. That's really the worst thing, and you just trying to make it a good situation, and prayerfully nothing traumatic has happened like during a wedding or anything like that, but really just getting in there and just making sure stuff is good for the client. And when the client isn't happy to a detriment, it's really heartbreaking.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, especially when it's like the weddings, because those are like, that's a one, well, I mean, all of your events that you shoot are a one-time thing. You don't get to like reshoot that.
Yeah.
So it is very important that goes like it's supposed to the first time.
Definitely.
As far as just materials, things that you like have purchased, software, all that type of stuff for people who might need to do the same thing. Like, what would you say has been like the most beneficial to your workflow, as you call it, that has made you be the successful business owner that you are?
A fast computer. It saves time because a lot, especially if you're an editor as well, a fast computer will get you there. Of course, a beast of a camera that you can use to give you great photo, great video, great autofocus, ease of use. But a computer is going to set you apart. You can, whether you're using your iPhone 15, 14, 13, 12, Android phone, the top of the line, one of those, or a very expensive camera, you're going to put that into a computer. You're going to process it. You're going to edit it. Fast computer, you can import, you can export fast, and you can work on it fast. So you can work on it, and it's a better experience. So get you a decent computer. I always like to future-proof, but for real, you get right now, especially with these new chips, these computers are really great. So get something that is fast that can help your workflow.
And I guess my next question for you is now that you've spoken about, you know, AI and some of the things that you're thinking about, but right now you still have to conduct your business today, right? Mm-hmm. What would be your ideal situation if you could like get to the clients that you need? Like, what would be what you would be the most interested in doing? Like, is there something that you like a passion project, or is it just booking a lot of, you know, clients?
So in my life, if it had to be a perfect situation, this is what I would do. I would do tons of weddings in the summertime. I don't really like to travel in the summer, but like I sent on I responded to an IG post and like, I'm not a summer travel guy, but I love the long days. I can go somewhere mild like Iceland with a mild temperature, but I would do weddings during the summer, just stack up the money, some commercials here and there, some medium-sized businesses, working with a team of people so that I don't have to do everything, but I can bring my creative expertise to it and really create a cohesive project. And the rest of the time, I'll be around the world making travel content as far as photos just for my like diary and my lifestyle. Lifestyle meaning just like the things that I see, the art that I see. Like I go through this back street here, back street there, capture the landscape. All over the world, really what I would do the rest of the year. And, you know, dividend investing, that's my thing. Dividend so well that, you know, it pays for your bills. You be financially independent. And just have fun. That's my ideal life. Weddings, some commercials here and there, traveling, and I'm Dividend Jeff, so.
But brother, I mean, I think one thing I want to know too that I've always brought up with you that I'm trying to get him to do, guys, but no matter how many times I say it, the answer is always no. But I would really love to see what you could do with like a longer form piece of content, like something like a documentary or even like some sort of like short film. Has that ever been anything that you wanted to do or thought about doing?
Yeah, I've done a couple. They've been cool, but it's never nothing personally that I've been passionate about.
I mean, for you.
Yeah, that I wanted to go out and create. Yeah, so nothing hits me like that. Like, I don't know if I had that in me right now. Maybe later, but I just don't have that in me right now. Right now, I want to just do some cool time lapse in most beautiful places in the world, have a beautiful view out of a hotel window, a balcony, just see new things, be in somewhere completely different that I never dreamed that I would be before. And maybe that will come into a cohesive story. Maybe I'll talk about my travels and lifestyle, but not yet. Not yet.
Okay. And speaking of your travel, you are about to take a trip to what was going to be your 30th birthday, but unfortunately we were in the pandemic. please let them know what is going to be, like, this is your spot. Like, this is the place that ever since I've known you, you've been talking when to go, and you're actually now booked and ready to go. What are you most excited to do there and use your camera for? Because you watch a lot of content and content creators who are at this location right now doing these things. Are you planning to do some of them?
So I'm going somewhere special, but y'all will see in October. I'm not that type of guy. I'm really reserved. You'll see when I'm there, or you'll see when I get back. But it's going to be spectacular. Like she said, it's somewhere I always wanted to go. And this is an exclusive right here. This is going to be at least, I'm going to start with 3 of those trips. This is going to be number 1 in 2024. So it's going to be crazy. Like I said, I finished the first release series of my traveling, that first level. First trip was in Iceland in 2017 and built it from there. This news is going to start. This next trip coming in October is going to be crazy. Beautiful view, beautiful location, spectacular, once in a lifetime experience. But I'm going to try to do that 3 times. So coming soon, but not yet.
Oh, typical. He won't tell us anything. Okay, and then in true fashion, this is going to be the last thing that I always like to do with these professionals that I have on. What do you want people to know about like your business, and what do you want them to like take away from this interview with you?
With my business, I like to have fun, but I also like to really get the job done. So I'm really serious, focused on the craft, focused on whether it's a music video, commercial shoot, portrait shoot, really getting those great angles and just giving the client some value. So they spent their hard-earned money, their hard-earned time coming out here, meeting with me to shoot. And I want to give them images and videos that they can use for their business, for their personal, whatever they need, for their memory as far as events and weddings, and just make everybody happy. Stack the money from here to the ceiling and make my clients happy.
Okay. So with that, thank you so much. Please let everyone know. Well, I mean, he has a lot of Instagrams, guys, but like the Instagrams, what you like, services you provide, where they can, follow you, your website, all that.
So my Instagram is jperkproductions. That's where I post a lot of cool behind the scenes of me just posing with the camera, vibing, and just showing the experience that you get as a client. I have another page, I shoot music videos. I show a lot of commercial videos, of course, music videos, portraits, things of that nature. If you're into weddings, Weddings by JPerkproductions, a lot of great wedding photo and video. Have a team, spectacular. Book your weddings today. And if you're into travel, Travel with JPerkproductions, going all over the world, trying to see new things, new experiences, and just having fun. So if you like this cool photo content, you want to book a shoot, if you have some ideas of things you want to see on the pages, let me know. But that's what I do.
And your website?
jperkproductions.com. Got pricing for everything. So go there, check it out. It's there. And yeah.
Okay. And with that, thank you for sitting down and talking to me. Thank you. This has been a long time coming. I'm super excited. We finally were able to get the interview on the books. As he said, make sure you book him. Make sure you follow him. Even though we all know the terrible AI, I keep trying to tell him that I do feel like even though artificial intelligence is doing some of the tasks for us, they're still, at this point, unless they get the robot from iRobot walking around, they're still not taking the photos at your events for you just yet. So you still need those photographers, you still need those videographers, and again, you always need that human personal touch that clearly he is giving all of his customers and that he clearly gives to us here on this show and on this channel. So again, I do appreciate it so much. And thank you